love and peace. This is Ray. I want to talk about consistent refinement. What I mean by that is we have to continuously refine what we're trying to allow into our lives or manifest into our lives. We have to continuously refine it. I was talking to a user the other day who wants to be a musician and who was always on point, always applying the universal laws and seeing some progress in their work, progress in their skill, progress in their art form. And the reason they're seeing this was because they were continuously building the belief system that they are great, that they can accomplish all things, that they're a great singer, musician. And as they did that, I started to see, and of course they started to experience, because I'm close to this individual, I started to see how a lot of great opportunities were coming to them. Opportunities for school, to go to certain musical schools, opportunities for like-minded friends who are in the same, same path as wanting to be a singer, developing in that. And so, one thing that I noticed that they didn't do was they didn't continuously refine or re-refine their desire. They put it out there, they let it go, and they didn't pay attention to it. And it's because what happens is a lot of distractions come across the board, and you're constantly refining your desire, shaping it, forming it consistently, continuously. It's like the seed that we plant in the ground, and we know it's going to be a huge, beautiful, gigantic tree in 30 years. Until that, once we plant that seed, we have to make sure, if it's in our own backyard, our own property, we have to make sure that it's in the right place and that it's got what it needs. And you want to constantly refine that, make sure that it's going to have a chance to grow. That once those roots start to take root within the ground, that it's going to grow. That takes being, again, ever so vigilant. We spoke about that in previous recordings. But you have to consistently refine your desire, reshape it, reform it, okay? That's going to allow you to always keep it in the front of your subconscious mind. It's going to always allow you to be aware of it, okay? To have that awareness of your desires and your wants, constantly refining it. Now, the thing is, you don't want to be like overly obsessed with the thought of it, because you want to be able to let things go, let them detach from them. In other words, that's why learning detachment is so important, because it's within that space that we let go that the refinements grow, that they take root, that they expand. And what I've spoken of in many previous recordings is that when that occurs, when you let it go and it starts to take shape, start taking its own form, its own life, so to speak, then it starts to do its own thing, and it's always going to do it with the intent and with the alignment of which is in accordance with your desires and wants. But when you let it go, you're going to get, we spoke about this before, either you get exactly what you asked for, or you get greater than, okay? But while you're still working on the manifestation aspect of it, or the allowing aspect of it, you're constantly refining that idea, the desire, the want. Let's go a little deeper than this, okay? Why is it important to constantly be refining it? Why can't we just put an idea out there and just let it go? Well, because just a simple idea, the majority of the times, you got to understand, when we want something, we don't know fully what it really entails. We may say we want a relationship, and then we're like, oh, we want this perfect relationship, but there is no perfect relationship. Perfection comes from the desire to make it perfect by putting in the work to try to be perfect, which takes two individuals trying to make it work, trying to make it perfect. And it's within that refinement of the constant desires and learning and growing within the relationship that you learn what the person likes, what they don't like, what what is good for the relationship, what's not good for the relationship, what to keep in the relationship, what to remove from the relationship. That's a desire for both individuals to continue that union by choice. But what I just described is refinement. You're refining all of that so that it can continue to grow in a beautiful, amazing way. And when you let that happen without trying to control the relationship or to control the circumstance situations, what happens, or trying to control that person either, what happens is you give space and you trust and you give space for a more beautiful, more amazing, more magical experience to form itself out of the relationship. The reason why I'm using a relationship between a man and woman or vice versa is because anytime you're trying to manifest anything or allow, which it's really you're allowing, it's a relationship. And like any good relationship, it takes work. It takes being vigilant. It takes refining your desire, refining the clarity of what is it that you're looking for, what is it that you truly want. Because a lot of us, we get what we want and then we're disappointed. Or we get what we want, but we never know, and this is the big one that I see across many individuals, we get what we want or what we're looking for, but we never know that we have what we want and that we have what we're looking for. And so therefore, we're still looking outside of us for that opportunity, for that perfect a relationship. And a lot of times when we realize that we have what would, could be considered the perfect relationship, because if you have someone who is working and desiring to grow and be with you, and it's a equal partnership, the opportunity there is just staggering. You got some good soil to plant that seed and to grow that desire. Whereas the same thing when you're planting that tree or even a plant, you want to make sure you have good soil. That soil is in a lot of ways is in partnership with you. So if you have good soil, you're going to give that tree is going to bear good fruit, so to speak. It's going to grow strong. It's going to grow beautiful. It's like you have a good partner, a healthy partner, a like-minded, healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. If you bear fruit, meaning with not only with a relationship but with a family, if that's a thing of choice, then you know that it's going to bear good fruit. You're not going to have some crazy mom or some crazy dad and the kid is going to come out crazy. You're going to have a really good chance of having a super, super successful relationship without a lot of the craziness. It's going to be, you can have a stability and all that stuff that we know works in a good relationship. So that's that consistent refinement of yourself and of your desire and of your hopes and dreams. Consistent refinement, consistent clarity of what it is you want. Okay, you can say, oh, I wanted this. It's kind of like, let's say, a car. You say, I wanted this car, but now that I realize that I don't. When you go to buy that car, like maybe I don't want this color of the car. So that's a refinement right there. Or maybe you're still trying to figure out if you want the car, and then you see another car, and you have all this money ready to go. You're about to go to the dealership. You're like, wait a minute, you see this nice car, and then all of a sudden you go back to the dealership and you see it there. Like, you know what? I thought I wanted this car. I saved up all this time for this car, but I actually want this car. It's got everything that I want. It's the color I want, but it's got additional things that I never thought of, and that right there is the consistent refinement. So you're refining the clarity of the desires, the wants. Because again, a lot of times we truly don't know what we want unless we get to absolute clarity. Now, can you get to absolute clarity in the beginning? Yeah, you can get to absolute clarity in the beginning, like a big time. Like you can get like a good percentage of it, but that's more through when you're connected to source, and you have direct connection to source, and you have what we call the knowing, where you just absolutely know that this thing is for you, this career is for you, this partner is for you, this life's for you, this path's for you, and that's just, you just know. You just know. You may not have all the pieces of the picture, but you just know, and so you just keep walking, and it's like this crazy given confidence that comes with that, and just a knowing. It's like you just know I gotta keep moving forward. That's all you know, is that you gotta keep moving forward, because you know that this thing is you, and that it's as long as you keep going, everything else will fall into place. The understanding of why you feel such a strong attraction to this, to that circumstance, situation, is there. So again, I just want to make a video on this as just something to help you guys to be aware of how to have your desires and wants in the forefront of your mind, how not to make them too much, be obsessive about it, be aware of it. It's about being aware of it, but not being obsessed about it. You got to be aware of it. That way you can refine as you continue until it manifests. Refine, which is clarity. You're refining the clarity of what is it that you want. What are the details? Refinement is clarifying the details of what you want. Okay, so that's something that's really important to be able to understand, to be able to apply. It's something that you're going to be doing. I'm just bringing the awareness to you. All right. So until next time, this is Ray. Love and peace. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Appreciate it.